Sitaram, namaste, good evening. Sasha, hello. Sasha wants to say hello. You can see how pretty she looks. Okay, Sasha's listening, I think. Mercury and the Sculptor. Mercury was very anxious to know in what estimation he was held by mankind. So he disguised himself as a man and walked into a sculptor's studio where there were a number of statues finished and ready for sale. Seeing a statue of Jupiter among the rest, he inquired the price of it. "A crown," said the sculptor. "Is that all?" he said laughingly. And pointing to one of Juno, "How much is that one?" "That," was the reply, "is half a crown. "And how much might you be wanting for the one over there now?" he continued, pointing to a statue of himself. "That one," said the sculptor. "Oh, I'll throw him in for nothing if you'll buy the other two." Teaches you that even the gods are not supposed to be vain. The Fawn and His Mother. A hind, I guess that's a mother. A hind said to her fawn, who was now well grown and strong, "My son, nature has given you a powerful body and a stout pair of horns, and I can't think why you are such a coward as to run away from the hounds." Just then they both heard the sound of a pack in full cry, but at a considerable distance. "You stay where you are," said the hind. "Never mind me." And with that he ran off as fast. "You stay where you are," said the hind to the fawn. "Never mind me." And with that she ran off as fast as her legs could carry her. So she's telling him to be brave, but she runs away. The Fox and the Lion. A fox who had never seen a lion one day met one and was so terrified at the sight of him he was ready to die with fear. After a time he met with him and was still rather frightened, but not nearly so much as he had been when he met him first. But when he saw him for the third time, he was so far from being afraid that he went up to him and began to talk to him as if he had known him his whole life. I'll read a few more. The Eagle and His Captor. A man once caught an eagle, and after clipping his wings, turned him loose among the fowls in his henhouse, where he moped in a corner, looking very dejected and forlorn. After a while, his captor was glad enough to sell him to a neighbor, who took him home and let his wings grow again. As soon as he had recovered the use of them, the eagle flew out and caught a hare, which he brought home and presented to his benefactor. A fox observed this and said to the eagle, "Don't waste your gifts on him. Go and give them to the man who first caught you. Make him your friend, and then perhaps he won't catch you and clip your wings a second time." Interesting. The Blacksmith and His Dog. A blacksmith had a little dog who used to sleep when his master was at work, but was wide awake indeed when it was time for meals. One day, his master pretended to be disgusted at this, and when he had thrown him a bone as usual, he said, "What on earth is the good of a lazy cur like you? When I'm hammering at my anvil, you just curl up and go to sleep, but no sooner do I stop for a mouthful of food that you wake up and wag your tail to be fed. Those who will not work deserve to starve." Oh well. Last one I'll read. The Stag at the Pool. A thirsty stag went down to a pool for a drink. As he bent over the surface, he saw his own reflection in the water and was struck with admiration for his fine, spreading antlers. But at the same time, he felt nothing but disgust from the weakness and slenderness of his legs. While he stood there looking at himself, he was seen and attacked by a lion, but in the chase which ensued, he soon drew away from his pursuer and kept his lead a long way, as the ground over which he ran was open and free of trees. But coming presently to a wood, he was caught by his antlers in the branches, and fell victim to the teeth and claws of his enemy. Woe is me, he cried with his last breath. I despised my legs, which might have saved my life, but I gloried in my horns, and they have proven my ruin. What is worth most is often valued least. Have a great evening.